Hey, this is Quinn and Nick from OrganizedRemains.com, here to bring you our top 10 most anticipated games for the next year and year and a half. And I think we're just going to start right off. Now, Nick,
Yes.
what is your 10th?
Oh, I'm starting. All right.
Yeah, you start. I want you to start. 10th
Okay.
most anticipated game.
Uh, it's a racing game, and
Uh-oh.
that would be The Crew.
Ah,
They showed a
interesting.
trailer to it, not this previous E3, but the one before it, and it just looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, they didn't show as good as trailers to it, but I'm still having hopes for it from the trailer before that
Well, I mean,
previous
and
year.
this E3, they showed a trailer, like, driving across the entire U.S.,
Yeah.
which was, like, still pretty cool. I mean, it was
Yeah,
kind of,
it's still a good trailer, but the original trailer, I was like, I gotta play this.
yeah.
So
Are you a racing game fan?
That's a tricky question because there's some racing games I love, like Burnout and Driver San Francisco.
Yeah,
But then there's other racing games I just can't get into. Like if
like
it's
Forza.
yeah, I can't get into Forza. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just I don't know if it's realistic, too realistic for me.
yeah. That's why
I don't
I'm a
know.
little bit on the edge for the crew, and then also there's another one, Drive Club.
Yep.
Um, because are they gonna be arcadey? Are they gonna try and like here you can fine tune your vehicles? Um, and I know there's actually going to be a heavy multiplayer aspect
Yeah.
to the crew where you have to sort of form your crews and then race other crews. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an arcadey game. I don't know if that would necessarily be fair all the time.
I'm just worried
But
that none of my friends are gonna be playing it.
that's like another thing is that there's so many racing games coming out that it might not be the one everyone picks up, and then
Right.
you're kind of left without a crew.
Yeah, exactly. I have to
And then
make
you
a
gotta
new
search
crew.
the internet for a crew, and
Yeah.
yeah, that might be a bummer. But
Yep.
yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Right. Yeah, I figured I'd throw it on there. So I
Yeah,
don't know,
that's
that original trailer really got me hyped for it.
yeah. I'll have to look that up again. My 10th game, my number 10 is No Man's Sky,
Ah,
and it's weird because I kind of hate the hype for this game a lot
really?
because I mean we've seen some other top tens and people put this game like as their number one or number two,
Yeah,
and I no one knows anything about this game.
right. It's just
Like,
big.
yeah, it just the only thing that people are saying because the only thing they know is that the universe is possibly infinite,
Yeah,
but that doesn't make it a good game
right.
because even if you have infinite I don't know, let me try to find a bad game. Um if you have an infinite universe in the game Damnation,
Yeah.
which is like the worst game I've ever played, that doesn't make it a good game just because it's really big.
Yeah,
And another thing is that other games have done this, and like I don't understand why those games aren't as praised. I guess I mean the only one I can think of off the top of my head is Star Citizen, and I think they're also implementing like a infinite universe where you discover planets and you're sort of tagged to that planet if you discover it and stuff like that. And I don't know. I don't see people like that game wasn't popular because of that aspect.
yeah,
And everyone's sort of putting their money on No Man's Sky just because it's gonna be a big game.
yeah.
And it's like four guys making this game, or really just a really small studio. So how, like, I don't understand why people are saying this is gonna be like the game of the year. It's gonna be so amazing. Everyone's gonna put a million hours into it. Blah blah blah. Like,
Yeah. I got hopes for it. I mean, I like the people making it. They made Joe Danger and whatnot. I really like that game. So,
yeah, I actually like that game too.
but
And
it's so different from Joe Danger.
yeah,
So
like
I
okay,
don't know.
they made like a platformer slash like racer at
Yeah,
times, and now they're making some huge galactic adventure discovery
yeah.
game. What? Like how? Like I don't. Like that's another thing. I don't know if I have faith in them making such a big change in genre.
Yeah, that's a good
Like
point.
I just that's so weird to me. I mean, they made Joe Danger, which had like specific level items,
Yeah,
and there was like a level editor, and you saw every single item you can use. And this game, No Man's Sky, is supposed to have infinite, like upgrades to things, an infinite number of minerals, and infinite animals, and infinite all these different like procedurally generated things. And what? How did Joe Danger turn into that? I don't
I don't
understand.
know.
All right, how about your number nine? I think
My
we've
number
talked about it too
nine
much.
is Sunset Overdrive
Ah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
Insomniac Studios.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of Ratchet and Clank, so I have hopes for them because they've made so many good games over the year, and it just looks fun. Just like I don't
Yeah.
know if it's like a Tony Hawk meets shooting game.
I don't know about Tony Hawk.
Well, you
Maybe.
grind on rails and whatnot. That's why I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying
you
that.
do. But I mean, you also did in Ratchet and Clank, so.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I don't remember Ratchet and Clank feeling like Tony Hawk, but yeah,
Yeah, but you're a human in this game.
yeah,
It's like you're skateboarding around without a skateboard.
yeah. I'm actually happy that they like decided, okay, we're gonna make a game separate from Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
Only thing is that it's gonna be an Xbox exclusive, correct or no?
yeah, that's the one down. I don't have an
Yeah,
Xbox One, so
and it's like what? Oh, they made like Ratchet and Clank only on PlayStation for the longest time, and then they
yeah,
decide, oh, we're not gonna make our newest game on PlayStation. What?
yeah,
Come on! And I really want that game too because it looks
yeah,
really fun and it's co-op and you can have like a four people playing in the same world, just tearing it up with weird guns and all this
yeah,
other stuff. And the trailer was awesome too, which was
yeah.
pretty.
The
It was
trailer
pretty
was awesome.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, it was humorous. I Insomniac makes good trailer. I don't know if they made the trailer, but I don't know if they have like an outside company make trailers
Yeah,
for them because I know
I think
game companies
it's
do that, but it's a good
yeah, I
trailer.
think there's a the company is called Blur. They
Oh, okay.
make pretty much make every single trailer you've seen, which is it's cool, but at the same time they're probably making some bank. Um, yeah, Sunset Overdrive is that's gonna be a really fun game to watch because I'm not gonna be able to play it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
kind of sad, but my number nine is Dying Light.
Dying Light is I don't really know that one.
It's a zombie survival game.
Oh, yes. No.
Yeah. And I think it's all single player. It's kind of reminiscent of Dead Island in a little bit of ways.
Yeah.
Like I think you can put things together on like a bat or something and make it like a spiked bat and modify weapons slightly.
Yeah.
And but now there's like a heavy parkour element to things, and at night zombies become like extra rabid and want to kill you more and sprint and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks interesting. I mean, it's higher up on my list because I'm not super excited for it, but I want to see where it's gonna go because I don't know. There's not many survival zombie games out there
Yeah.
really.
They
Um,
need a better name.
yeah,
Dying Light. I mean, like I've been looking at this game for a while, and like I said, I didn't even remember it just because
yeah.
the name's kind of bland.
And I think also it's just not really a memorable game because it's all the different aspects of it have already been done.
Yeah.
And like when I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty Dead Island
Yeah.
with parkour, which is, I mean, okay, let me remember that over like Sunset Overdrive. It's not gonna happen because
Yeah.
there's so much new games coming out that yeah, it's not that memorable. But I still am excited for it. So there's that.
Awesome.
And then, how about your seven or eight? Sorry.
Yes, number eight. Number eight is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is a Nintendo game. Toad gets his own game. And I don't think Toad's ever had his own game. And I don't think I've ever played as Toad in any game ever.
Is this the Pokemon Snapshot game type thing?
No.
Okay.
This is Captain Toad is it's like a Mario like 3D. type Mario game.
Oh,
It
really?
looks like,
Oh.
well, that's what it looks like, but you're Toad, and the levels look fun, and the trailer looked fun. So I don't know.
Huh.
I'm excited. I just announced it, and I was like, a Toad game, and it's
Yeah.
like I was thinking back to like Super Mario Brothers 2, where you can play as Toad, and I don't think I've ever played as Toad. I've played as everyone else except for Toad. So
Wow.
I'm like, maybe I should give Toad a chance. The trailer looks good, so that's why I think I'll give it a shot. And it looks fun.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you that Toad is kind of like the neutral character that doesn't really have too much personality, so you
Yeah,
don't pick him.
yeah,
But yeah,
exactly.
that'll be cool.
Yeah, the it just looks like another 3D platformer, and I know Nintendo does really well with those, so that's why I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I actually seen like a little snippet of that game, and yeah, it actually looks pretty cool. It kind of looks like Mario Galaxy a little bit, at least
Yeah,
from the platforming I
right.
saw, because it was kind of really it was really vertical,
Yeah.
like you were on a really small platform trying to go up. So that was that might be cool. I mean, well, I
Yes,
might
like Super Mario Galaxy 2 is like one of my favorite Marios too, so
yeah, yeah,
another
those
reason.
games are really good.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your number
my
8?
number 8 is Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I also put it on my list
Too
because
too bad we won't be able to play it.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, damn, you know what? There's too many good games coming out on both platforms that I
Yeah.
kind of just need to get both eventually in order to play them. Especially with a game coming up on my list, is that like there's so much history in this game that I need to like go get an Xbox One eventually, and
Yeah.
ah,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's really tough, but I don't know. Like we said before, Sunset Overdrive just looks really fun. It looks like something Insomniac really, took their time on and know what they're doing. So
Yeah.
it
Well,
looks like a load of fun.
at least the Xbox One is now cheaper, so you can get it for 400 bucks.
Well, it's not really cheaper. It's just minus the Connect. So
Yeah, I wasn't really gonna use the Kinect anyways. So.
yeah, no one was. That's why they're like, okay, now you can buy the
Yeah.
system without the Connect, and it's just as much as a PS4, even though PS4 has outsold us like incredibly well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go on Amazon, look for someone who hates Xbox One, and sell it to me for $50.
Yeah. That's always a good plan.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, how
Uh,
about your number 7?
my number 7 is another Nintendo game, and that is
No.
Super Smash Bros. Wii U. I
Uh
don't know if there's
huh.
actually a title. I think it's just called Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
I know like Brawl had a name, but
Yeah.
I couldn't find one. But
Hmm.
so I'm just calling it Super Smash Bros. Wii U.
That's
And
fine.
I just love Super Smash Brothers, so why won't I love this game? It has Pac-Man in it.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
really
they're
excited to
like
play as Pac-Man.
they've been introducing a bunch of new characters, right? Isn't that they're like they
Yeah,
over E3 they announced I think one, and then over like 2 weeks later they announced one. Like that's
yeah,
sort of what they do,
yeah,
and sort of keep you excited for it or
yeah.
whatever.
And
Um,
Pac-Man was one of the players you could play as. So I don't know. I love Pac-Man. I love
well,
the
hopefully,
character Pac-Man.
yeah, hopefully he actually I don't know does pretty well.
Yeah,
Just like an open mouth can't really. I don't know how good he is at fighting people, but
that's what I'm excited about, to see the mystery behind Pac-Man. See what he can
yeah,
pull off.
yeah, exactly. See how many people he can eat.
Yeah. Maybe Miss Pac-Man will come out and help out somehow. I don't know. That could be an
Maybe.
awesome tag team move
Oh, that's true.
between the two Pac-Mans.
Yeah, they just like one person eats half of the person, and the other Miss Pac-Man eats the other half, and then they're just gone.
Fatality.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, I can't relate because I haven't owned a Brawl game or a Smash game
Yeah.
ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've always wanted to, and I just never have because I've never owned a console that had it. I have a Wii, which does have Brawl, but I don't know. I've just never been good at them, and it's kind of sad because I watched like a whole documentary on Smash and how like it was this big thing and people want to bring it back and all this other stuff. So
Huh.
I mean,
Bring
it
it
kind of made
back.
me want to play it. Like, bring it back into the competitive scene, quote unquote. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, people been playing it forever, and it's kind of dying out in the competitive scene because it's kind of getting old. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I could be down to watch some streams of that. You
Yeah.
know, if
There's
you
a bunch of characters I'm excited to play as. So,
that's cool. That's cool.
what's your number
Um,
7?
so this is the game I was talking about where I'm gonna be really upset because it's only on Xbox
Can I
One.
guess it?
Go for it.
Halo.
Yep, it's
Yep.
it's the Master Chief Collection.
It does look awesome.
Yeah, and the thing is that before E3, there were rumors that Halo 2 Anniversary was going to come out, where it's just, Halo 2 revamped with new graphics and
Yeah.
the multiplayer is
That's what I
back.
was
And
expecting.
yeah, and then they said, oh, nope, we're going to do that for every Master Chief game. And I was like, what? How? So Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4 all like getting revamped for the Xbox One, all have their original multiplayer, all have their full campaign, all have all the maps, and like I've been looking into it, and it's pretty cool how they're gonna make it work. Is that you can actually pick, like when you play single player, you can pick any campaign and you can actually make like a playlist of just
Yeah.
levels from
Yeah.
all the games, which is really cool. Like you can
Halo
just
1 in
pick,
there?
yeah, Halo One is
Oh,
also in
okay.
there, so you can pick like all the Warthog missions and then just play through all the Warthog missions in all the campaigns, and that's just nuts. That's so cool, and it's probably took a lot of effort on their part to make that work because I bet that's really hard taking all these different games and being
Yeah.
able to sort of
Do
guide
you
your way through all the levels.
do you think this Halo collection is the orange box of this generation?
Um,
And the
I
orange
don't
box,
know.
if you don't know, is the Half-Life games and Portal and Team
Yeah, it
Fortress.
was Half Life 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know because, huh? Because those games were all completely different and they were
Yeah,
all
and
really
they
good.
were new.
Yeah, and they're all really good in their own respects.
Yeah.
Um, and I think, this is just sort of oh, we're bringing everything back and give us money type thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like they're doing a really good job on it. The only thing I'm really worried about, besides not having an Xbox One and being able to play this,
Yeah.
is that I feel like the community is just gonna die super fast.
Why?
Um, because if you go and try and play any Halo right now, like I was trying to play Halo 4 a little while ago, there's like 700 people on,
Oh,
and in
wow.
the entire world, and taking like this really small, like shrinking Halo community and giving them 4 games to play at the same time,
Yeah.
I feel like it's just gonna split everyone up, and people are gonna say, "Oh, Halo 2 was the best," and the Halo 2 people are gonna stay by themselves, and the Halo 3 people are gonna stay by themselves, and
That's a good point. Plus, not everyone has an Xbox One.
true, and that's like another thing is that it's only Xbox One, which is, I mean, understandable because it's Halo,
Yeah.
and then like Halo 5 is coming out after that, so like by the time this game hits and by the time people start getting excited for Halo 5, I feel like there's going to be no one online on this game, and it's kind of a big bummer because like I really want to get this game launched because that way I can actually play with a community of people and
Yeah.
actually get into games and stuff like that. And that would be really awesome. And I know it only lasts like 2 months. And I feel like that would be the best way to get the nostalgia of playing like Halo 2 and Halo 3 and feeling like, oh man, this is what I've been missing for years. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's only going to be around for a couple months. And I feel like I'm going to miss it because I don't have an Xbox One.
I think
So
to fix that problem, they should release it on PC.
oh yeah, I know. People were pretty hardcore about that, saying, "Hey, you should release Halo 2 on the PC because that would just be amazing."
Yeah,
So
that would be amazing.
okay, so how about your number 6?
Number 6 is Dead Island 2.
Oh,
Because, I mean, I
first
love
off,
Dead
the
Island
trailer
1.
was so amazing.
Yeah, the trailer was amazing.
I've
Dead
been
Island
listening to
has a
that
good
trailer
trailer.
song
Yeah.
for like ever. Like
Yeah.
literally the day it came out, I looked up the song and then haven't stopped listening to it. Like I'll play TF2 and then I'll just bring up the song and listen to it all day long. I'll be like, I'm the bomb and I'm about to blow up. So
Yeah. Such a
that
great trailer. But I
yeah, the
love,
trailer is pretty darn amazing and it's hilarious too, which the other one wasn't. So
yeah. I'm one of the few people that love Dead Island 1.
mm,
So I don't know why people hate on it so much. And the second one, Riptide, I
yeah,
kind of agree that it was kind of stale and whatnot. But I'm
yeah.
hoping Dead Island brings back Dead Island 1 and makes it better.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I was actually gonna put it on the list and replace it with Dying Light because I mean,
Yeah.
like Dying Light isn't it doesn't have the hype behind it, and there wasn't really a huge trailer for
Right.
it. And Dead Island 2, that trailer was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen gameplay, so I decided, hey, I'm gonna put Dying Light instead because they're both zombie games and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah, I think people disliked Dead Island because the trailer made it dramatic and like had this story element, and Dead Island wasn't really about the story too much, and it was sort of
Yeah,
about the
true.
gameplay. And the gameplay wasn't what people thought it was going to be. People sort of thought it was going to be super realistic and have sort of a I don't know. I heard people say, "Oh, it's going to be like Fallout, kind of with
Yeah.
zombies," and obviously it wasn't that. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I think a lot of people didn't really enjoy it because they expected like a bunch of guns and all this other stuff. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for Dead Island 2. I
Yeah.
think they can improve on a lot,
Yeah.
and it would just be amazing. And in the trailer took place in California, so I think it's going to be a more populated area rather than just you know, some island out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think
uh,
the reason I like Dead Island 1 so much, this might be one of the reasons, but it was the first game I played on a gaming PC.
mm,
So I had like the graphics all the way up. It
yeah.
ran so smoothly, and I was like, "This is awesome." So maybe that is maybe the reason I liked it more than other people, but still, I thought it was a fantastic game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. I mean, I bought it several times. I actually have it sitting right in front of me.
Oh yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think it's a good game, and I think they can definitely improve a bunch of
yeah,
things.
yeah.
One thing I'm kind of concerned about is that California isn't an island.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up as well.
So, how is it a dead island? I don't understand. Maybe they're gonna. I I don't know. I don't. It's not an island, so why they can't call it Dead Island? But I guess they can and just keep the name.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that was kind of bizarre to me. Was that what it's in California, but it's an island. And while watching the trailer, I never thought like this is gonna be Dead Island 2
yeah,
for a while until maybe like the end, when they actually said Dead Island 2. But I never thought it was gonna be Dead Island 2. I thought it was gonna be a completely brand new game. It looked really different than the first Dead Island trailer, so of
yeah,
course I'm not gonna think it's Dead Island. And yeah, it's just hilarious. It's just full of fun, and I really want to see what it's gonna look like.
yeah. Maybe California like breaks off the
Yeah,
United States and
maybe the
becomes an
zombies
island.
rip California away
Yeah,
from like Nevada and stuff.
yeah.
That'd be kind of
Did it
interesting.
did it actually say it took place in California?
Yeah, there was a sign
Oh,
in the
okay.
trailer that said something California.
Huh.
So
Hmm.
that's the only reason I thought, oh, okay, what's going on here with the island stuff? But
Yeah.
yeah, I've looked into the trailer several times because of that song, and then I saw, okay, it's in California, so
Hmm.
that's how I found that out.
Cool.
All right, time for my number 6.
Yes.
That's gonna be Tom Clancy's The Division.
Ah,
Now, you know
looks
what this
good,
game
man.
is, correct? Yeah, yeah. It looks
Yeah.
really good. It's heavily co-op, which I'm actually really excited for a lot of the games coming out in the next year or two. And it seems like a lot of the mentality of big AAA games is to go the co-op route. And I'm all about that. I'm like, okay, finally I can play games with other people and it'll be like a single player experience at the same time. And the problem is all these games somewhat relate to Borderlands in some way because it's a lot of loot grabbing and simple objectives, etc. But yeah, I'm really excited for this game, and I really want to play it. I really want to have a bunch of people playing that I know and join each other's games and go take over Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this game,
Is it
and
coming to PC?
I don't know. I don't actually know. That'd be pretty interesting if it came to PC. That'd be pretty awesome.
I'll look it
Um,
up.
but yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to like see more about it because I know it's also using a brand new engine, which looks really nice,
Yeah.
and ah, I just really want to play the game. I'm almost more so excited for that than the other co-op games I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna put it here because I know I'm not gonna be playing it as much of these other games.
I did look it up, and it is coming out for PC, but
Oh, sweet.
it's Ubisoft, so it's gonna probably have DRM on it or some crap.
Yeah. And like
So
you play and all.
yeah.
Oh
So no,
god.
I'm not looking for. I'll probably get it for console.
Yeah, yeah, we should get it for PS4, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and play it there.
My number 5
Yep.
is Batman Arkham
Ah,
Knight. The
yeah.
trailer just looks so gorgeous.
Yeah, it does. It looks really pretty.
It just as yeah, it just looks amazing. And everyone's like Batman Origins was crap, but I really liked Batman Origins.
Well, I mean,
So
Batman Origins wasn't made by the same people.
yeah, that's
So, I
true. But I
mean,
still
I don't
liked
know
it.
if the games are going to be the same, but it looks pretty darn awesome,
Yeah,
especially since the trailer showed so much,
yeah.
like so much of what is like going to be in the game.
Hmm.
Like the start of the trailer, you're in like this huge tower, and you just like walk outside, jump off, and you're flying around.
Yep.
And then like the Batmobile comes up, and then like you can change it into tank mode and all this other cool stuff. And the combat seems a lot quicker because I'm assuming you're gonna be doing a lot more in this game, and you have to get around faster, etc. So I mean, it seems really cool. It seems really fun. Um, I didn't actually put it on my list, even though I had it originally, but I took it off because I haven't actually played through any of the Batman games,
Oh,
and
really?
I couldn't get into them for some reason.
Hmm.
Um, so basically, I'm gonna wait for this game to come out and try and rent it or something, and then see if I can get into it all the way
Yeah.
because they look amazing. They honestly are really good games, and I don't know, I'm just messed up because I can't get myself to play them, but
Nah,
it
nah, I
looks
hear you.
like such a good game.
Yeah, I rented the first one, Arkham Asylum, and I was like, this is awesome. And then City came out, and I was like, I bought it, and I was like, this is awesome. And then Origins came out, and I was like, this is also awesome. This is like, I love the fighting mechanics in the game.
Yeah, they're really smooth.
Yeah, I love
And
using all the gadgets, and the story's good. Voice
yeah,
acting's great.
yeah, the voice acting is really good too.
Uh,
Yeah, it's definitely the best Batman superhero game that's gonna come out for a long time.
yeah,
And it's kind of sad because this one's gonna be the last one for Batman. So,
yeah, true.
but hey, it'll still be really fun, nonetheless. So, I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait for you to buy it and then get your
Yeah,
opinions on it. But
yes, yes.
my number 5 is going to be Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
You're
Yeah.
just looking forward to riding the horse
Yeah,
on
a
the
little bit. I
side.
saw the like little trailer showing like how big the game is and how
Yeah.
pretty it is. I was like, "Oh man, okay, I don't even care if there's all that weird Japanese stuff and they throw in all that those weird Japanese story arcs with like people missing limbs, but somehow they can like
Mhm.
I don't even know and like children I don't even know. Okay, Metal Gear Solid 4 was kind of weird and then but at the same time I like almost cried at the end of that game. So I don't know. I'm just looking forward to more Metal Gear Solid. I didn't get Ground Zeroes because it was $40 for basically not much of a game. I actually
Yeah.
saw like a gameplay of someone beating the game in less than a minute or something, or
What?
less than 4 minutes, or it was like it seemed like it was there wasn't much to do in the game. So Obviously, I'm not going to get that. I might rent it or something just to see how Metal Gear Solid 5 is coming out to look like, and how it's going to run and stuff like that. But I'm really excited for this game. I know it's going to be a huge time sink,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to like a good, solid game coming out where I can spend a lot of time in the single player and just a lot of time having a good time. And I don't know. I think I'm overly excited for this game because I haven't actually played anything prior to Metal Gear Solid 4, and that was sort of my only Metal Gear experience. Besides, I got
Hmm.
the PSP game, which I forgot what it was called. You
Yeah.
play as Big Boss, but yeah. So this is gonna be sort of my second full Metal Gear
That
Solid
that is
experience.
strange because I have like the opposite. I've never played 4,
Oh,
but I've
really?
played the other ones.
Yeah, but I'm just, oh man, this game looks pretty. This
Yeah.
game looks like a ton of fun. There's like day and night cycles because the world's so big. Ugh. I'm gonna be all over it. Hopefully,
Yeah.
that's the plan. All right, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is you're gonna probably disagree with this because I just know you don't really. Well, it's Borderlands, a pre-sequel.
Oh, yeah,
I love Borderlands, so uh,
yeah, okay.
I love the zany storylines. I love playing co-op. It's just I love leveling up. Love all the
Hmm.
weird weapons.
Man, and you're aware this is just like a cash grab, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, the pre-sequel, it's not like a full Borderlands game. I feel like it's a cash grab. I feel
Uh,
like
I don't know. I'm still looking forward to
all right, all right. Yeah, obviously I disagree, even though you tell me I'm going to disagree.
it.
Yeah,
No, I love anything Borderlands. I'm looking forward to the Tales of Borderlands as well, the
oh yeah, the
Telltale game,
Telltale
but that's
games.
not on
Yeah,
my list. But I
yeah.
just love anything Borderlands.
And both of these games are going to be primarily about Handsome Jack, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. I'll see. I'll see. Maybe if I can get it on sale on Steam or something, I'll hop in a game or two.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I hope you're wrong, and it's not just a cash grab.
well,
But
I think it's gonna be more Borderlands for sure. I don't think
yeah,
it's gonna be bad. I just think it's gonna be more of the same. And I mean, that's not always a bad thing. I'm just someone got tired of Borderlands for a little bit
uh,
because I think the problem was that I played Borderlands 2 and I would start new games with people and then they would never finish. So I played the first like frozen area probably like 18 times, and I was just like, I'm not gonna play this anymore. I
uh,
can't. I mean, I had my own
yeah,
single player world where I went kind of far, but after a while, I just couldn't keep replaying the game. Um, which is
yeah. You
kind of
gotta
weird
have someone
because
dedicated.
yeah, you have to have someone who's gonna go through the entire thing with you.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
Yep.
That's all right. Maybe I'll give it a shot with you, and we can
Yeah.
get through it.
Definitely. What's your number 4?
My number four, my
Yes.
number four is Bloodborne.
Huh.
Now, have you seen the trailer for this game?
Yes, but I don't know. It's just another kind of generic game title. So I'm looking it up right now just to
It's
remind myself.
essentially a so the creator of Dark Souls and Demon Souls,
Yeah.
he didn't actually make Dark Souls 2. He left and decided to make a different game. Now,
Yep, I have seen the trailer to this. It looks
yeah.
pretty awesome.
So Bloodborne is that game. He sort of said, I want to do Demon Souls, make a whole new world, make Dark Souls. I don't want to keep working on Dark Souls. I want to make a whole new world. And then he did Bloodborne. And this is actually a PS4 exclusive,
Yeah.
which is going to piss a lot of people off because Dark Souls was for both platforms, for all platforms, even PC. And I don't know. I just know I've seen people talk about this game a lot because Dark Souls fans are really into the games, right?
Yeah.
And basically everyone said, okay, well, now we all have to buy PS4s, and kind of like a done deal. Like, okay, this game's coming out. Guess we have to buy a PS4 no matter what. So it seems like Xbox One's gonna get no Dark Souls love, which is alright, I guess. But
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Bloodborne. It's definitely Dark Souls-esque. It has the fighting mechanics and all that stuff. Different world, though. It's more Castlevania slash Van Helsing. So that'll be cool. That'll be interesting. I think I was kind of a little bit scared that it's gonna be like a somewhat scary game. Like I feel like it's gonna be Resident Evil 4. Like you're going down a hallway and you see a guy at the end, and then suddenly something pops out from the right and
Yeah.
scares the crap out of you. And I don't know. That's gonna be a little bit of a thing for me to deal with because I'm not a huge fan of the horror games, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a solid game. It's gonna be definitely worth my money. I'll probably get the collector's edition if I have the money. So
Might as well.
gonna get the guidebook and stuff. It'll be a lot of fun for me at least. So that's why it's at my number 4. How about your number 3?
My number 3 is a game that's actually coming out in the later this month. So
Interesting.
it is Oddworld, New and Tasty. It's this is, I don't know if it's an indie game, but Oddworld was.
I mean, Oddworld is like a previous title. So
Yeah.
maybe
So
there's an indie.
I think it's an
development
indie
thing.
like the Sony had a conference at E3 last year, 2013, and they had an indie section of their conference, and they brought out the guys that made this Oddworld game.
Oh, really?
So
Oh.
that's why I think it's indie.
Hmm.
But Oddworld, Abe Odyssey is in my top 10 games of all time,
Yeah.
and I am just looking so much to this game. And
Well,
I've been
hopefully
waiting for
it's
this
just
for...
as good as you remember, and
Yeah.
it's even better, right?
Well, I played it recently, and it's still awesome, so...
Hmm. Oh, and it's gonna get like next gen graphics
Yes.
because like it didn't come out at all on the PS3, so it's gonna be
Correct.
like super high definition and
Yes.
stuff. That'll be pretty
I am
awesome.
looking very forward to it. It's the first... I think it's the first next-gen remake,
Yeah,
if
that's
that
true.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, just Abe's Odyssey is just
And it
that's like
comes out in
platformer.
July.
Yeah, it's July
Wow.
22nd.
Wow, you already know you're gonna buy it. That's why you're telling me.
Yeah, it's just like I think that's one of the platforming puzzle game at its best was
Yeah.
Abe's Odyssey.
All right.
So I don't.
Well, you better stream some when you get it on your PS4, man.
Yes. The one thing's concerning, it's an indie game, but it's gonna be $30, which is kind of a lot for an indie game. But I'm willing to pay it.
I don't know. It depends how large the game is, don't you think?
Right.
Like if there's a lot of content
Yeah.
and there's a lot of levels, then I think it'll be worth it. And plus, it'll probably just be worth it because of the brand it has, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You better stream it, I swear.
Yeah.
With me not having my PS4 yet, I need to see these games.
Yes. I will stream it.
Good.
Let's move on to your number 3.
My number 3 is Far Cry 4.
Yes.
And
I love the part where he just like, I'll pick up this parachute, and then later in the trailer, he ends up
he just
using
jumps.
it. He's like, I have this parachute, might as well use it.
Yeah, exactly. He just like the trailer was just so amazing. Besides like all the like they had the CGI stuff, like the CGI trailer and stuff, like the cutscene trailer, and that was all fine and good. But when they got to the gameplay stuff, and you saw like he just picks up a backpack and it's the parachute and the wingsuit and stuff, and then he goes and like infiltrates this little base, takes this truck, drives the truck off the road, parachutes into like this valley, gets on a helicopter, starts shooting people or whatever. And it was just nuts. It was just nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for it. Far Cry 3 was pretty much the big game of 2013, in my opinion, that sort of surprised a lot of people.
Yes.
And
it surprised me, that's for sure.
yeah, it sort of just came out last minute. I think it was December. I think it came out in December, really late in
Yeah, it did.
2013, or maybe 2012 even. Possibly, no, probably 2013. And
No, I think it was 2012.
you think it was 2012? Yeah, okay. It's been out for a while.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, just look it up. We got the power of the
Don't.
internet.
2012.
Okay.
November. No, in America, December 4th,
Yeah, okay. So it
2012.
came out the end of the year, and it was like really surprisingly good because Far Cry 2 was kind of like a so-so game. I really enjoyed it, but there was like a lot of wrong with the game,
Yeah,
and they could improve upon a bunch. And I mean, they waited a long time to make Far Cry 3 and put it out there, but it was so worth it, and it was just such a brand new
yeah,
experience. And I really can't wait for Far Cry 4 because I also like the setting a lot better, and I like the villain more. And I wasn't super into the story with Far Cry 3 because it was kind of somewhat generic. Like, oh, you're some white guy who's kidnapped, and there's just like guy on an island, and he's crazy, and there's
yeah,
voodoo stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, that's all fine and dandy. But the gameplay was sort of like the main thing for me. And then Far Cry 4, I saw the villain, and I like this villain so much more. And I really want to be able to just parachute and wingsuit through valleys and
yeah,
mountains and stuff in the Himalayas, and that'll be pretty awesome as well. So I'm looking forward to this game a lot.
yeah. It looks good.
All right, what's your number two?
My number two is a game coming out in August. I'm keeping it
Ooh.
real close.
Yeah, you really these are the games you're excited for because they're coming out.
Yeah, true. It's Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Oh my
You know,
god.
you know my love of the
Yeah,
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games.
yeah,
And
and
Professor
Professor
Layton,
Layton's really good.
yeah, Professor Layton's also really good. So them combining the two games, I'm looking very forward to it.
I wonder how that's even gonna work because Professor Layton's gonna like accuse people, and then Ace Attorney is gonna like argue no. Like I don't know what's gonna happen there, but
I'm not really sure myself, but I know I'm looking forward to it.
yeah, because those are the biggest titles on the DS.
Yeah.
So combining them is only gonna make them bigger, I guess. So
Yep.
I guess I might have to shovel some money out for the DS, I
Yep.
guess, because there's a lot of good games on it, and I haven't been able to play any of them.
Very true.
I've just been stuck with my stupid PS Vita.
Yeah.
God, my waste of $200. But hopefully the PS Vita gets better with PS4 stuff. So.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, my number two
What's your second?
is Destiny, which comes out later this year. I think
Yep.
it's supposed to come out in September, but I think they pushed it. Not exactly sure. There's a beta coming out this
Yes.
month, which I have access to, and I'm really excited for it. Um, I really want this game to be really good. It's filling the spot for me that Tom Clancy's The Division was going to fill, where it looks like it's gonna be really heavily co-op.
Yep.
Like you just play your game, people jump in, jump out. You can have like a group of people just play through the campaign, or you can do it on your own, or you can have random people join you, and it all seems really seamless. Like you're just playing the game, and someone flies by on their air cycle or whatever they're called, and their hover bikes, and they just fly by, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we're going to the same place. Let's team up. Let's do this." Yada yada yada. And there's like big MMO type of events where there's just a ton of players in the same spot taking down a boss or something, which looks really cool. They have multiplayer where you can take your own weapons and things into multiplayer and try them out. So it's kind of like Borderlands meets Halo a little bit, which
Yeah.
is also really awesome. And I'm just looking forward to this game because it comes out soon. I'm going to be able to play it soon, and I'll have a lot of fun with it soon.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe you get it and we can do some co-op stuff. I don't
Sounds
know.
good to me.
I'm just looking forward to this game. I really want to get my hands on it. I really want to play the beta as soon as it comes out. And basically, I'm not going to let anyone interrupt me while I'm playing for about, however long it is. Hopefully it's more than a couple weeks. So
Yep.
that's just going to take up so much of my time. I'm waiting. I've been waiting so long for something from Bungie because they're pretty much one of my favorite studios ever. And I hope this game is good because if it's not, I'm just going to lose all my faith.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know a lot of people have said it's just really good. It feels really nice. It just has a lot of gameplay to it and a lot of different things you can do. So I'm pretty confident that I'm just gonna have a good time and not gonna have to worry about anything else for a while. All right, coming down to it, what is your number one,
My
sir?
number one, it's it's hard, and I'm nervous to say it because I
Oh
know a
no,
lot of people are gonna be like,
Payday
"What?"
2.
No, but I've been waiting for this, and I know other people have too, because I I'll explain in a second. But
Okay.
I've been waiting this for over a decade,
Okay.
and this is the Grim Fandango remake.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've been waiting for this to be able to play this on my
Mhm.
like because I have the original game, but it
Yeah.
doesn't work on my computer because it was like Windows 98.
Yeah.
And ever since Windows 98 left, I haven't been able to play it. And
Yeah, you'd
it's
have to like torrent it or something and get
yeah,
like
and it's just I've been waiting
it's
for this. Tim Schafer,
yeah.
one of the guys that made it, he didn't ask me anything on Reddit a while back, and one of the top questions was, when are we gonna get Grim Fandango? And he's like, Disney owns the rights. I can't do anything.
Oh, what a
And
jerk.
I lost hope until
Mhm.
I watched the Sony press conference of E3 this year, and they brought it out, and I was like, my God,
Yeah. That's definitely something people have been waiting for a long time.
yes, and,
Especially since you can't play it at all. Like it's impossible
yeah,
essentially to get
yeah,
your hands on it.
and it's such a
Um
great game.
yeah, I mean Tim Schafer's games, all of them are really good.
Yeah,
And yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those games where you just say, I don't care what the price is. I need to own this
yeah.
because I haven't been able to play it in so long, and
I've
it's going to
only
have
played it
better
as a
graphics
kid.
and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
I want to play it as like an adult to get
Yeah,
the different view on it.
yeah, and just be able to play it. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, the different views all nice and stuff, but having just the ability to play it is awesome as well.
yeah. That it came out in '98.
Yeah,
So it's been quite some time since it came out.
that's a long time. It's
Yeah.
funny how people have just been like so excited for it. Like in the press conference, that was probably the thing that got the loudest cheers. To be
Yeah.
honest,
It's
like,
on, I feel kind of bad about it too because it's already a game
hmm
and I already know it's going to be good. And
yeah,
it's like there's other games coming out that have never been played before.
yeah. But I mean, no one like the Grim Fandango is in like people's top games of all time.
Yeah.
So of course it's gonna take over some other games, but
Yeah. They could screw it up too. Like they could get
mm,
weird voice actors or something.
I don't know. I think Tim
But
Schafer's got it under control, and
yeah, that's true.
he's pretty on
I
top
would
of
have
his
put
game.
Saints Row 5 as my number one, but they didn't announce it.
Uh,
That's what I
yeah.
was looking for at E3. The entire time I was like, when are they gonna announce Saints Row 5?
hmm
Because
I don't
I
even. I wasn't even like looking for anything. I was like trying to. Oh, actually, I was. I was looking for Bloodborne. I was looking for what it was going to be called and stuff.
ah
So
yeah.
I got what I wanted, but I already knew it was going to be there.
I was
Um,
expecting Saints Row to make an appearance, but it just they skipped over it this year.
well, I don't know. I mean, Saints Row 4 came out last year, didn't it?
Yeah,
So, and Saints Row 3 was like a year before that, or maybe two.
I think it was two.
So I think they're just, they're giving it a little bit of a break. Give them 2 years, but on a
Yeah,
new platform and stuff.
right.
So,
I'm sure it'll come one of these days, but I
yeah.
just love the Saints Row series so much.
Yeah, I know many people do. So,
But yeah,
um,
what about
so
your
my
number
number
one?
one, yeah. Uh, I feel kind of bad putting this here, honestly. Like I
Can't feel
feel,
worse than I do about Grim Fandango.
well, I mean that's acceptable because like that is like a really good game in general,
Yeah.
and like you already know it's gonna be good. But I'm putting Assassin's Creed Unity as my most anticipated game,
Huh.
and kind of weird. I think the reason is the main thing that has gotten me excited for this game is the co-op aspect.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Because, like I've said, that's sort of the theme for the next year or so is just having all these co-op integrated games. And I haven't actually played Assassin's Creed 3. haven't played Assassin's Creed 4. I mean, I have, but I haven't played it enough to like beat it and really be Assassin's Creeded out.
Yeah.
Um, and it's
I
kind
couldn't
of it
get
feels.
into 3 or 4.
Oh, really? 4
It,
was really good though.
4 they were solid games. It was just like I was like Assassin's Creed 2 was like my favorite,
Hmm.
and it still is. And it's just like it
Yeah.
seemed like there was some like in 2 you couldn't like you didn't have to like scout people out as much, it seemed like.
Oh yeah, that was a huge complaint in 3 and 4 and stuff. Was
Yeah,
that
I don't like those types of missions where I gotta
like wait for someone and
wait
then walk
behind a
behind
building
them?
and
Yeah.
then wait behind a haystack.
It's funny because they actually like they made a point to say we removed all those different missions
Oh, really?
because
I didn't see that.
yeah, because people hated them so much, and they said, okay, yeah, you don't have to like wait behind things, waiting for people and stuff like that. It'll be easy. Those type of missions, like following missions, will
Yeah.
be a lot easier,
Oh, that's
and you
good.
just you just follow them rather than hiding and stuff. But
If that's true, then I'm now excited for the new Assassin's Creed.
well, like the main reason I'm excited, like I said, is just the co-op aspect. I mean,
Yeah,
being a badass assassin
right.
times two or maybe times four if you got four friends to play.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna feel so incredibly powerful and awesome and badass that it's just gonna be that'll be the best feeling I'll be getting from one of these games. It's
yeah,
just feeling like I got a group of four people. We all know what we're doing. We've all played these games so many years. Um, no one stands a chance.
yeah.
None of these high-ranking French nobles stand a chance. Their head is mine, basically. And yeah, I'm just really excited about that aspect. Nothing else really gets me excited. I mean, it's an Assassin's Creed game. Okay, I know the story is gonna be kind of the same. Okay, I'm an assassin. These people are Templars. I need to kill them, etc., etc.
Yeah,
Um, which I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool and stuff. But in terms of the actual game, it's the co-op and the next genness, I guess, because they also have like the ability to put like I think 1,000 NPCs on the screen at one time or something.
yeah,
And like just from the trailer, like you're walking through this ginormous crowd, and they always said from the very beginning, from Assassin's Creed 1, was that they wanted the game to be about hiding in groups of people
yeah,
rather than like hiding in a hay barrel or whatever. They would rather you be walking through like groups of people, no one really recognizing you because you're good at hiding, etc. And then killing some guy in the middle of this entire speech or something. So I think it really has more of a presence that way with just this massive count of NPCs on screen.
yeah,
And then being able to be like have four people playing at the same time with all these NPCs with like the world's own dynamics happening. And I think it'll just be a cool experience. Now, I don't think it's gonna be the best game, but I'm just most excited to have the ability to play co-op with people.
yeah.
So that's sort of my feelings on all the games. Like if you can play co-op, if you can have a good time with other people, then you make it to my list.
Awesome.
Except for some games, because there are a lot of other games that didn't make it to our list, and even though they were amazing games,
You want
like
to just list them? Do you still
yeah,
have
let's
that
just
list?
just go through some of them. Why don't you?
You want me to start?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. The Witness,
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted 4,
Yep.
Hotline Miami 2,
Yeah, I put that on there as well.
Broken Age Act 2,
Mm-hmm.
and Costume Quest 2.
I had so I had Dead Island 2.
Yep.
I had Evolve. I had Rainbow Six Siege. I had Uncharted 4. I had Hotline Miami. I had The Witness. And then I had a couple others that Witcher 3.
Yep.
And then I had a couple others, but I erased them, so I don't remember. But there are so many good games
Yeah.
coming out. It's
It's
incredible.
overwhelming almost.
Yeah, I won't have the money to buy everything I want.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just kind of
Yeah.
that ridiculous. Another thing is that all of the games, most of them, not all of them, but most of them are coming out in October, November.
Yeah.
Like, I think there will be 12 games, 12 brand new games, next gen games that I'm like looking forward to games
Yep.
coming out in 2 months. Like, just in that 2 month section. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's going to be so ridiculous. I don't even understand what's going to happen. I'm just going to, like, not. I'm going to quit all my classes. Just say, forget it. Forget it. I got this to do.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this
Yeah.
next year. It's going to be awesome. And the years to come, too, because with a new console, we're going to have some pretty snazzy games coming out.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think that does it for
Yeah.
our top 10 most anticipated games.
I had a good time.
I did, too.
All right.
Well, I'm Quinn.
And this is Nick from OrganizedRemains.com.